Hello YouTube, this is Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales, and welcome back to the Western Roman Empire campaign for Total War Attila. So, as you can see, we're not doing too well, of course. We still have our minus 323 food, and lots and lots of raiding has been going on in Britannia. So, unfortunately, these are things that have cropped up. Some rebellions are popping up all over the place as well. Just going to quickly go through all of these, and the reason why I'm going to quickly go through all of these is because in this campaign our aim of course will be to pull back to the Italian mainland. So we're looking at Magna Graecia, Italia itself, Liguria and Venetia, and that's what we've done pretty much with most of our armies. We do have a couple in Gaul still, but for the most part we've pulled back, and we're going to try and consolidate the Italian mainland, and hopefully we can try and rebuild. We've started to do pretty well with Magna Graecia. We've actually got plus 20 finally, so that's some good news, and we do actually have some fields now, so we are producing some additional food. I think this turn we're going to try and increase our food elsewhere in the empire, so I think Rome is okay at the moment. We could actually build at Fiorentina, which is a possibility, Venetia and Milan, so these are all possibilities at the moment. Fields, public order would go down, but public order currently is on 0. We could increase Genoa's undeveloped land and then build. Let's have a look. What can we build? Army recruitment. Could get more fields for the more food. Public order for a baptistry. Guardhouse, public 3. Public order plus 3. I think we're going to get another field though, to try and get that food bonus, and just try and increase that for now, just to make sure that we got a bit of food coming in Italy at least. Now if we go on to the overview, and then if we have a look at diplomatic status, as you can see we are pretty much hated everywhere. The Markomans is deteriorating, but they're not too bad at the moment, that's okay. But yeah, pretty much everyone hates us. We've got a nice bit of desolated land in Pannonia and along here as well, so interesting stuff to see. We could have a look at attitude, region wealth. As you can see, the yellower that the region is, the more wealthier. So in the south here at Carthago Nova, that's kind of wealthy. So is this settlement here. We want to try and keep this one, as a matter of fact, in that case. Public order, of course, is only good in Italy at the moment. We're going to try and make this as green as we can, though, and then try and spread out and hold on to whatever we can. Region growth, well, there's barely anything, is there? Religion, lots of religions all over the place at the moment. Sanitation, so green is high, so we've got good sanitation at Venetia, and we're starting to get some in Magna Graecia. We need to get some in Italy, though, because it's terrible at the moment. We've got pestilence in Italy, so we need to try and remove that if possible. Immigrants, and then food. So our food is slightly better in Italy, but it's bad elsewhere. Well, Italy needs to improve actually, but Magna Graecia and parts of Italy and Venetia are okay. Spain's not too bad, and Africa's actually pretty good as well, so interesting stuff there. And then finally we've got fertility. Now fertility, we are actually very fertile, which is good to see. So there we go, that's a little overview which we haven't done in this campaign yet, so I've given you guys a little overview of what we've actually done so far. So now we need to work out what our next move is going to be. Of course, we've got all these raids and all these attacks. We're currently being besieged here at Augusta Vendilacorum by full stack armies, pretty much. Don't stand a chance, do we? I mean, we have a wall settlement there, but I can't see us holding on to it. Now, we are going to try and pull back to Octoduron, I think. Can we go? It's a shame that we can't go through here, although saying that, it's only 4 units and it's a rebel army. Now I think we can have a little battle here, and I think we can have a little win as well. So before we do that though, let's get the technology going. So what are we currently doing? Nothing as things stand. It'll take 1 turn to get military standardization. That would give us infantry barracks. 2 turns to get classical philosophy. That would reduce corruption. That would probably be helpful at the moment. So let's go for some civil stuff. And we're actually going to take this army, the First Legion of Resurrectum, and that's going to attack the rebel army here. And we'll hopefully get another victory. We should get another victory. We're going to push them away, which, we could pull back to Octoduron. There is a spy Here, well, a scout at least. And we are being besieged, of course, by a full stack army at Vesontio. With one general there, so it's going to be difficult to lose that. We could just pull back to Octoduron. We could pull this up to here and try and reinforce. But the rebel army is important as well. I want to try and get as many victories as I can. I mean, pulling back to Milan would be the ideal situation. Although I could pull out of Milan with this army to Octoduron. Or we could actually... I can see what we can do now. This army is going to actually go and reinforce, I think, up there. And then this army at Milan can be used to pull out and actually attack, because he can get at that rebel army this turn. So there we go, we've consolidated Vesontio with that second army, and this one's going to pull out from Milan to attack, and we have a little battle on our hands. So the balance of power is slightly in their favour. That's probably because they are full units, whereas we are very much depleted. But we got a chance, so let's fight this battle on the battlefield, and hopefully we can get another victory in this campaign and push our victories up, because we are, I think it's something like 1/5 of the battles that we've won at the moment, so it's not very good. But it's legendary campaign, it's with one of the hardest factions on the campaign, so there isn't really any surprise, is there? But anyway, here we go. Rebel army, Eutropius Rufinus. It's a 1-star general against my 1-star general, so they evenly matched in that regard, although their general's got lots of chevrons. I'm not going to fight in the fog because I got some skirmishers and I want to try and use them effectively. Now this battlefield doesn't look like it's going to be in my favour, although saying that, they are right at the top where we can see them. So what we're going to do in that case is get these skirmishers, group them up. I'm going to be using some hit and run tactics, I think, in this battle. Everyone else can get grouped behind, start the battle straight away. And those skirmishers, I think, going to move forward. For now, let's just march forward with everything, and we can have a quick look at the views. Watch them march up. My skirmishers, there they are. Get some close-ups of the action as we see them march through the forest, as they gaze closer towards the enemy, the Roman rebel enemy. So look, our general as well. There he is, leading at the front with his sword out. Brave Romans marching forward. Could they be marching to their death, or could they be marching to a great victory? We need to try and weaken their general, if anything. If we can get some kills on that Palantina guard, then we do have a chance. I'm going to put skirmish on with my javelins. Now, their unit, they have cohorts on the left flank. They will have some missiles, so unfortunately we are going to lose some men to their missiles by the looks of things. It might be wiser for me to try and push these into the forestry on the right flank. Try and be concealed so we don't take up too many shots from their missiles. I'm going to fast forward this slightly, just till we get into a decent position. I don't want to be rushing in too much, just in case. I really wish I had cavalry at the moment, or some artillery. That would be very handy in this battle, but unfortunately we don't have that. We are very depleted, and they do actually have the height advantage. We are marching all the way uphill. I would love to be at the top of this hill with the Huns, just a massive Hunnic cavalry or Sassanid cavalry, just charge all the way down. Would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? A full-on charge down that hill. There are actually some very good battlefields in this game when it comes to the artillery side of things. No, not the artillery, the cavalry. Landscape, that's what I'm on about. Can't get my words out properly. Beautiful landscapes for some of the battles. Like this battle's quite cool. You've got a nice little open field that you can try and draw your enemies into. You've got nice forests to kind of use ambushes, and then you've got right at the bottom of the hill through the forest you could go and charge all the way down. So nice little battle. Let's try and creep up on our enemies at this flank. Are my men fresh? I think they are all fresh still. They're all pretty eager, so we're just going to march them. No point running, just get them to walk. Oh, like crap, look at this. Whoa, I forgot I was on fast forward then. I was thinking that they were charging way too quickly for my liking. Not a problem though. We got good defensive positions here. We can just put Testudo on, I think. Get those defensive positions going.
Our hidden units have been discovered. Our general is under attack.
We'll try and get some kills on these Palatinas while we attack here. Now our general's at the front, taking most of the flak here, so we're going to try and flank around with a few units. It's going to be awkward. Oh. Get in quickly. Now push up this flank. It's going to be awkward, this is. We're downhill, which isn't going to go in our favour. How are we doing over here? We are picking them off with 2 units. That's good enough for me as things stand. I'm going to try and outflank with this unit if possible. Try and get a good flank around them. There we go. Going to run into the back of their general now. In that position. I got some Testudos up, although only 1 or 2 of them are actually up at the moment. That charge in the rear is going to help though. How are we doing over here? Down to 71. Must keep picking away at them as quickly as we can. Not going too well. This unit can actually be used to flank around. They're no good to me there. Get in there. Get killing those cohorts for me. 2 spears onto the cohorts, please. Their general's shaken now. That flank manoeuvre's worked wonders for me right behind them. A good flank, and they are wavering. That's going to help us out tremendously. The defensive Testudo is going to help as well, and they are starting to rout now in the centre. And the general's actually gone. We've squashed him. We've actually squashed him there. And how are we doing over here? We are still killing these Palatinas. They are shaken, of course. We're just going to push in on the general. This is beautiful work at the moment. We are pushing in and charging in the general. The battle's turned in our favour. I want to take out their general if possible, so I'm going to try and keep charging. I'm going to get some reconnaissance. Use some reconnaissance there. Keep killing that general if at all possible, please. We've actually been caught up here. Get out. Get out, man. Get out. They are wavering down to 35. That's good enough for me. This unit's holding on somehow. Even though they're outflanked, they are shaken. The general's down to 8. I want to make sure he's gone, so I'm going to let those 2 units keep charging. This one's broken. It may come back, or they have come back. Interesting stuff. Charge. Down to 25. They can outflank there. We used the battlefield quite well. Used the forestry well. Took 1 unit out of it and then used the numbers game to get our victory. So, pretty happy with this. I know it's not a victory yet. And that could easily change, but I don't think it is. We are outflanking them. We are doing well. We will have our victory. And there we go. They're all broken. That's the end. Victory is assured. Let's just fast forward to get the final few kills. I want to make sure we kill them all if possible. I think that'll do. End the battle there. Very decisive victory for us there. Only lost 80, they lost 469. Did very well. General had 96 kills. One of my units had 120. That's very good. And the rebellion's done, although the general will still be alive. I will take on warriors, of course, to replenish. We've leveled up, which is a good victory for us there. And maybe, just maybe, the campaign will start to turn around. With a bit of luck. So let's get that increase. And we're going to go for integrity and authority. And then I think we're going to go for melee defense and morale training. That's going to help us out a lot as things stand. So you're going to try and go back to Octoduron now. Milan's wide open, but we do have walls there. And we do actually have this army, which is going to go to Milan anyway. Can hold the centre there. So we've got the public order back to 0. That's good enough for me as things stand. We have this army as well, being chased by a spy. You're going to pull back to Genoa if possible. Just to help the public order stabilise a little bit more, and also try and keep what we've got. So this army now has used all its movement points. We have to stay here. I mean, look, Gundam is right there. It looks pretty tempting to go for, doesn't it? But they do have a garrison, and it would be quite difficult to take with just this ragtag of an outfit. So we cannot do that, of course. And then this guy is actually holding this settlement very bravely right now. I don't know if we're going to win this one. We might lose 2 units here, 2 armies, unfortunately. But if we do, then at least we've got less food to be consumed by my armies. And this is where the rebel armies actually spawn down here. The Italian rebels. There's 4 of them again. But we have 4 units, which are pretty well matched. Plus we have a ship here at Syracuse. I think we're just going to use these 4, though. I think 4 should probably be enough against these. So let's jump out and attack the rebels. Push them back a little bit. Let's try and get another victory. Let's have a look at our mercenaries for a sec. We don't really use mercenaries that often. I may actually use some Germanic hunters just for this one battle. I know it's going to cost me... what's it, 220? I think it's going to be about 220, but we will disband them straight away at the end of this battle. So it's going to charge in, have a battle. I've done that because I knew they were going to have some as well. I want to counter them. Let's fight this battle as well, and who knows, in this part, surprisingly, we might have 2 victories to gloat about. We haven't quite got there yet, but we will hopefully shortly. Looks like we've got a pretty flat battlefield. May work in our favour. Not really any forests by the looks of things. The 3rd Legion of Augusta versus the rebel army. Quintus Symmachus versus Flemus Vitulus. Dry weather would suit me. Go with that. Oh, I like this hill. I'm going to use this hill. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, let's get all the men lined up. Whoops, what are you doing? Get here. Like so. And then the bows are just going to be in the front. And for some reason, that did not register. Why didn't that register? Don't know where they are. Interestingly, they're going to be at this side of the hill. And knowing them, they're going to be marching up towards that hill. So let's just make a slow march forward with our bows just in support. I'm a bit disappointed that it didn't start in front, but it doesn't matter. They can just go for a little walk. And we can actually see where their bows are. Now, I think getting to this hill and then going down, they seem to be there. So, yeah, a march up here and then a charge down would work. Let's just fast forward. I want to get that starting position up here if possible. Put the bows there. The main line can start off just behind, like so. They haven't come towards me yet, so we do have a very good position here. And they have Sagittari, 120. I think we have better range than them, though. They only seem to go to there. With the hill advantage as well, I don't know if that actually helps, but it might be. It may actually help them. Certainly worth trying it out. So let's just get them into position. We're going to fast forward this now. Let's have a quick look at my men marching in fast forward mode. Can't really see the enemy from here. Okay, I'm looking in the wrong place. Let's try that again. Yeah, there you are. You can see them just over there. And they are into position. So my range just goes down to the bottom of the slope. So let's go to about there. Slow march. And my men go for a nice stretched out walking speed kind of pace. And we don't quite reach their bows. I don't want to be in range of their bows, so let's just go for a slow march. I want to try and entice them if possible. Don't really want to give up this defensive position on the hill. Just going to keep it at fast forward pace at the moment. See if they will come towards me. Just be bold and go a bit closer. Let's break off some of these units and go one flank at a piece. Perfecto. I think they're going to charge. No, they're not. Okay, let's go back to normal pace. Normal pace, I should say. And we are just watch it. Can't get my words out properly. We are just marching into position. And it looks like at equal distance, doesn't it? Sagittari and Mercenary Germanic Hunters pretty much have the same range by the looks of things. If only I had cavalry. Damn. Let's try a small outflank. And let's also drag my unit along in a long stretch, making it a wider target for them to shoot at. The aim, of course, is for them to come forward, which they look like they may be. We might get a few shots away here. If that's the case, that's going to be beautiful. Let's just get some precision going. Let's actually go for some flaming shots as well. $120. We're on 120. It's going to be a firefight at the moment. We do have some men. Oh, here we go. Some shots coming in, and we have taken a few men out. Beautiful stuff. Now would be probably a good time to bring some of our units a bit closer to the action on either flank. We're going to slowly march forward while we get shots firing away. Just going to be using this mercenary unit. They are mercenaries, so it doesn't matter if I lose them, because I don't intend on keeping them. And they're just going to be used to disrupt the enemy. And that's pretty good. Look at that. We've weakened this unit, taken out plenty of their men, taken out a couple of the general's unit as well. Going to put them on skirmish as well so they don't get taken out easily. Put the general into attack in Testudo.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Going to some defensive Testudos there. I'm going to try and force them onto this unit as I try and Testudo up. Oh, this is beautiful. They're going to be absolutely screwed. I'm going to end up firing on the general and turn skirmish off. They're going to attack my spears, and I can use this opportunity to flank to the side. I'm going to do the same thing here. See which one they go for. They can't do much against these. Let's give the fear effect on the Palatinas. I'm going to charge out with the general on the Palatinas while I take up some of their aggro from my combating, I can't even say the word, combatantes' spears. A few more volleys would be nice. Why are you standing over there? That's better. Keep firing on the general. Oh, lots of volleys flying in. That definitely helps. The general's getting stuck into this unit over here. 111, 109. They are losing. That defensive formation would help. And this sword unit's actually gone now. This spear unit's doing pretty well against them.
The enemy refuses to admit
Oh, and they've come back.
their unit has rallied.
Let's fire upon that unit instead. We're going to keep us defensive Testudo while they charge towards me. My general's doing pretty well as things stand. They are shaking the Palatinas over here. And of course we're going to be firing into them now. From the mercenary spear unit, that mercenary Germanic hurler unit I should say. Plenty of shots getting fired in onto the flank. Got lots of ammunition left as well. And surely this unit's going to waver and eventually go. Spear unit's doing very well. That bow unit just standing there firing bows into us, but with these defensive formations they're not going to be able to do too much, are they? Right, I'm going to fire upon the general now. I'm actually going to break formation and charge out with this unit now, because they've seen they're coming over here. Get some more shots into the general. I'm going to actually use a precision shot. There we go, charge into them now. This legion by my spears. While my general takes up a lot of aggro. Use the fear effect on the Palatinas. We've routed that unit. Now we're going to come behind and flank around and hit the Palatinas in the bum. And get them to hopefully rout with a charge. Just get them into a nice formation and then go for a charge there. This spear unit's being used up as aggro for the general at the moment. should have enough men for a charge now. Let's go in for a nice charge. Let's watch them go in. Fly in with a charge. There we go. Beautiful. That's going to help us out a lot. They are totally outflanked now. And they are shaken. We are still firing into the general. Down to 90, down to 89. I'm now going to actually pull back with this unit. Going to break off as my units can fire into them. And they get the general stuck on this defensive formation. And get this spear unit to the left flank. There we go. Beautiful stuff. I'm doing this to give me an opportunity to flank around. Give my men a bit of respite as well. That defensive formation should hold. Let's just walk my men. Don't want to run them too much. The morale is a bit low as things stand. I think now would be a good time. Go for a charge. Into the side. We are breaking them on the left flank as well. There we go. Charging into the general. Surely that would work. Got them to halt for the moment. Don't want to hit my own men. Save and conserve our ammunition for now. And this unit's broken. Perfect stuff. This spear unit's going to be used now to charge the bow units there while my general mops up over here. And this battle should pretty much be over. And we're going to get our second victory of the episode. I don't think I've had 2 in a row at the moment, so this is going to be a good episode for me. Oh, rebel armies, we will fight you every episode. We're charging down. We're making sure we're going to mop up with this general unit. Take out all the Palatinas if possible. Making sure I don't get friendly fire with these bow units. They're pretty good. I'm going to get more of these, I think. Unfortunately, they are mercenaries, so they will cost quite a bit. So I will be disbanding them once this battle's over, but I definitely want to use them again. I don't mind using small armies for this kind of effect. Let's get my general over here now. You can give a fear effect to their general. There we go, the general's gone. And I think this bow unit's going to go as well. There we have it. Excellent. Going to fast forward slightly. Just catch up with their general. Down to 3. Down to 2. I think we're going to catch him. Want to get them all off there, basically, if possible. I don't think we're going to catch him, actually. Oh, we are. There we go. Decisive victory will end the battle there. Fantastic stuff, guys. Look at that. Most of their bow units survived, but the other 3 went. One of their units only had 13 kills, which is fantastic. We had 95, 72, 77. Good stuff overall. I could just kill them, but I think taking on warriors is going to help me out in the long run at the moment, because I can't really afford to recruit big, large armies, so this is the way to go. Unfortunately, this rebel army has survived, so I will keep those mercenaries for this next follow-up battle. But before we have another victory, let's actually... Ooh, food from characters govern province. That would be handy, I think. Cunning, public order, and then morale, defense, and training. Get the morale, defense, and training, I think. And then maybe the battle movement speed. That's going to help us out. We'll follow this up now by chasing this enemy down. And this is going to be an auto-resolve, of course. Just the bows that we could kill off last time. Going to have another auto-resolve. Going to aggressive stance. And yes, we are going to win an auto-resolve in this campaign. Look at that. He's dead. Out for the count. Decisive victory. We only lost 7 men, which is perfect for me. And again, we're going to take on warriors. Just to help replenish just that ever bit more. There we have it. So we're going to be disbanding this army, this mercenary, and we're going to jump into Tarentum. We are replenishing, of course, which is great, and I'm going to try and recruit a few more men here. So I currently get the spears, but 2 more spears to replenish that would be very handy dandy for us indeed. Public orders +3 at the moment. This army, though, it's actually an army, not a navy, so let's go to Regium. I want it to be landlocked. Public order will stay the same anyway. And then we got a pretty decent army here. We actually got some mercenaries that we could disband here as well to help our income. The rest can all stay. Got some cohorts, decent army here. A couple more spears, well, one more spear here, and I think we're going to be good to go with this army then. And it's looking pretty good in the south, isn't it? We've got public orders on the way up again. We've got two fairly promising armies being built. We've put down a couple of rebellions, and things looking good in the south. Rome's looking good public order wise, and then we've got a few things that are going to be going on over here in the next episode. So we've got a battle of Fesontio that we're going to be looking forward to. But I'm going to end this episode here. I have been Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.